The story I'm about to share with you took a lot of courage. If you're a trans or queer individual or have someone in your life that is trans or queer, you definitely know how hard it is to step into your most confident sense of self. The concept of being perceived can often feel like a worst nightmare. Oftentimes, when trans or queer people look in the mirror, it feels like there's a stranger staring back at us. Today, I'm going to share the story of a guy who went from that feeling of disconnect looking in the mirror to a slight smile on his face. And this isn't my story. This is the story of one of my clients, Charlie. And damn, is this a motivational one. If you are feeling burnt out, demotivated, like you want to give up and not keep going on your goals, definitely stick around and watch this one. Charlie has been a client in my program, Masculinity Made, for a little bit over 5 months now, and the changes he has seen, not only physically, but more importantly, mentally, have been mind-blowing. I do want to make it very clear, Charlie is the pinnacle example of a client that comes into our program and does exactly what he needs to do, an action taker, and that is huge. Action takers see results. Charlie is going through the course material we built out. Charlie is attending every single one of my group calls. He's completing his workouts. He's following his nutrition protocol, and you can just tell by the work that this man has put in that this program has changed his life. And that is one of the coolest things ever. This interview is a really, really cool one. I'm excited to share. Charlie is an absolute angel, and I'm so glad to be able to not only call him a client, but a friend at this point. So we hopped on a call yesterday, talked all about his experience, his story. So make sure to stay tuned if you need some more trans representations and stories on your feed, and subscribe for more client success interviews like this.
But now, it's easy as breathing to go to the gym. In the beginning, I definitely didn't like who I saw in the mirror. Shifting to a lot of the time I see myself and I'm just like, damn, look at this guy. I'm proud of him.
All right, Charlie, I'll let you take it away, my man. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another client success interview on the YouTube channel. I am beyond pumped for the interview we have today. This is my guy, Charlie. He's the pinnacle of a client coming into the program and utilizing every tool and resource for exactly what it is, meaning attending every single one of my group calls, staying in touch in the communities, getting his workouts done, making it a point to build a relationship with his one-on-one coach, myself, and even more people in the program alike. Really is a guy that is, even putting himself out here. A lot of the mindset stuff that we've been working through, part of this interview is the mindset stuff we've been working through, which I'm really excited to talk about. Charlie knows Masculinity Made is more than just fitness, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about that today. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and just get to know Charlie a little bit. Charlie, if you kind of want to just introduce yourself, name, age, pronouns, just briefly describe yourself, and then you can kind of talk about your fitness journey before Masculinity Made.
All right, so my name's Charlie. I'm 29, actually almost 30. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm just a guy living in the Pacific Northwest, just ready to kind of get my fitness on.
Awesome, man. Talk to me a little bit about where you were at in your life, in your fitness, and your confidence before Masculinity Made. What was your journey like before that point?
Everything was just so turbulent for me before I started this program because I had moments where I would have the drive to go work out, but then I would fall off because I didn't have the whole accountability, the macros kind of like lessons to take in on how to do it, and then also just like I said, just not the drive and confidence to kind of like push through it, like a really bad on and off relationship kind of thing
Yeah.
is how I would describe it.
Like a toxic ex, kind of always coming and going sort of thing.
Exactly, exactly. And it was just all kind of like a big mess for me because I wanted to do better, but I just didn't have the tools in order to do so.
Uh-huh, totally. And what were those goals like in terms of like why was fitness important to you? Like why did you want like what were your fitness goals?
So like the primary focus of my goals was one, just like my overall health, because like I was had all these things going on that my doctor was just like, this is not good for a kid for a guy your age. My niece is also a big part of why I wanted to do this because I just wanted to be the uncle that could run around with her.
Mhm.
And especially since she's like 3 years old, she has all that energy. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if you want to run, we'll run. I'll try. I'll try to keep up, but I will run. Also, the confidence that I wanted to build in myself because I was always not the most confident person before this program.
I love that within that explanation, you didn't even really touch on aesthetic goals. Like, hey, I want to lose X, Y, and Z amount of pounds, or I want to V taper back. And maybe those are in the equation for you, but I love coming into it. And I think that that's so important in having a healthy and sustainable relationship with fitness and health is you had a vision, instead of just like being like, I want to lose 30 pounds or gain 30 pounds or whatever that looks like. It was like, I want to be able to keep up with my niece. I want to be the cool uncle, love when a client's goals are driven through those direct visions. And I tend to try to pry that out of a client at points like, why do you want this? Is it for a vacation? Is it for a wedding? Is it for, your niece or whatever that looks like? So I love that coming into this, you already had that set in stone, which I think, attributes to some of the success that you've seen here as well.
Yeah.
So with that, Charlie, I kind of want to, bring this full circle in terms of what your relationship with fitness was like before starting the program. You mentioned it was kind of like a very on and off sort of thing. How do you feel that has changed since starting the program?
Oh man, it's changed so much, man. Like I said before, it was like a chore for me to go to do any sort of workout because I was just like, I don't want to. I'm tired. Like I had a long day. I don't want to do this.
Mhm.
But now, it's easy as breathing to go to the
And
gym.
with that, it seems like, what attributed to that is making the gym enjoyable. What do you think allowed the gym to be more enjoyable for you? Was it the structure? Was it having community? Was it just having someone to hold you accountable for those first few weeks and then it felt good? Like, what do you think allowed you to kind of fall in love with it in that way?
Well, one, it definitely was my coach. It was 100% my coach because uh, I adore Luck.
Yes.
They're amazing.
We're big
And
luck fans over here, me and Charlie.
exactly, exactly. And they kind of talked me through things and the way I was able to kind of like just like really take it in all like a sponge.
Were there any anxieties for you, Charlie, within the gym before starting within the program, or was it more so just about the consistency of it all?
A lot of like the like how I viewed the environment of gyms.
Hmm.
Like, I thought I was gonna be surrounded like big, jacked cis dudes
Hmm.
at the gym and kind of feeling very intimidated. Like I said, it was the whole imagery of the gym that I had in my mind that gave me anxiety, along with my inability at the time to have consistency.
Yeah, so breaking through those limiting beliefs to an extent, because there is truth to that. I felt that. I still sometimes walk into the gym and look around and I'm like, damn, there's nobody like me. But being able to embrace that, utilize that, and, just see it as what it is and realize that everyone deserves to take up space in the gym is
Yeah.
huge. So I love that, Charlie. And cycling more into like these mindset shifts, because I think that is like a huge part of this for you. I'd love to hear a little bit more about like how your mindset around movement, nutrition, like self-confidence and self-image has evolved since starting with the program.
It is insane how much all that has shifted for me because like before I definitely felt like I had like a basic idea of like nutrition, but now it's like, hey, I'm actually looking at my macros. I'm actually looking at the protein, how
Mhm.
much protein that'll help kind of give me the energy that I need, especially with mindset or like mindset of my self-image. Like you've seen it in the
Yes.
calls. Like I am just, like I felt like in the beginning I definitely didn't like who I saw in the mirror a
Mhm.
lot of the time because of like my how I felt about myself and all these things. And then shifting to like a lot of the time I see myself and I'm just like, damn, look at this guy. I'm proud of him.
Hell yeah, dude. That is awesome. And I think that that's something that the group calls are, I really make a focus within these group calls is to dive into our shadows, talk about the things we don't like to talk about, because a fitness routine and calories and macros isn't necessarily going to make you look in the mirror and have that feeling that you just expressed. Like, even sometimes when you have those physical changes, what it really comes down to is building that confidence within yourself here now so that as you move forward, as you see the results physically, you're already there mentally. So I feel like roping the mindset side into it is absolutely so, so important. And I love that, Charlie. Like you said, I know on the calls, you're showing up, putting your best foot forward. We talk about a lot of things that are hard to talk about, and talking about those things is the biggest path to growth. So,
Yeah.
in terms of that, I'm super proud of you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you, man.
In terms of Masculinity Made, the biggest thing with our program that people seem to be drawn to is community and, of course, having a trainer that is in the queer LGBTQ plus space.
Hmm.
We talk about it time and time again that realistically speaking, there's no specific workout split or calories or macros that is going to differ based on sexuality or gender. Now,
Yeah.
what is important is just being immersed in the space that is Masculinity Made. So I'd love
Yeah.
to hear directly from you how it's impacted you to train in a space designed for trans and queer folks.
It actually has made me feel so much less alone in like the gym space because I know that there are people out there that are experiencing the same thing that I am, but just it really makes it a lot more tangible for me
Yeah.
that there are other people experiencing these things as well, and that they are also here with me.
It's like a reminder almost. I think, we all know like there's people out there. You scroll on your phone and you're like, wow, that was super inspiring. But when you wake up in the morning to a bunch of texts from people being like, here's what I'm tackling today, here's my struggle, and oh, I relate to that struggle, da 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 da. Having that constant hub of people when you have an issue, it's not just you dealing with it. When you have a struggle, when you have a win, you can voice it to someone that not only supports that, but understands it. Is honestly, I utilize that. Like you see every morning, literally right before me and Charlie hopped on this call, I sent a message in the group chat in regards to a personal struggle I was dealing with, and voicing if anyone else related to that. Even from a coach and founder's perspective, I utilize that. So I think that that is like such a cool part of this, and that you've definitely taken the fullest advantage of, which I love to see, Charlie. So I'm interested to hear your response to this question. I want to
All right.
hear what surprised you most about our program. What I mean by this is like coming in, obviously, everyone has an expectation for something. So I'm interested to see what your expectations were going in versus anything that surprised you. Like, did you have any misconceptions about Masculinity Made before starting? Like, talk to me about that.
It actually revolves around the group chats, actually. I actually did not realize how tight-knit everyone would be.
Yeah.
Like how like we're all just like we're one big family.
Hell yeah.
And we are all just like here supporting each other in like the best way possible. And it's just amazing to kind of just see everyone just kind of really feel like they're together, not just like we're a part of a program, but we are all just really in it together.
100%. And I think that that's obviously a misconception when we're coaching, a handful of clients at a time. It can often be seen that you're just going to be like, a fly on the wall or
Yeah.
buzzing around in this chaos, so to speak, or, tossed under the rug, forgotten about, so to speak. But I think the team that we've built out and the different structures that we've built out. Like, for example, you can be in a group chat with 400 people. Then you also have a group chat with 50 to 75 people. Then you also have a group call with 5 to 6 people on it. I think that that's really great is you can find these bigger pockets of people when you're like, hey, who has the best binder recommendation? You can get a bunch of answers. Whereas if you're going through a more personal struggle, that might be something that you talk about in just Luck's one-on-one group, or you just talk with Luck, or you just talk with me, or you talk about it on the group call. So really glad that you felt that sense of family within this. That's
Yeah,
really, really
absolutely.
awesome, man. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
it also feels like I have a lot more friends now because like I've been struggling with finding friends now that I moved back home.
Mm-hmm.
But just like having all these friends across all the states and even across the world.
I'd love to hear what your favorite part about Masculinity Made is.
Well, one, I really love the habit list that you guys are starting to implement into our programs. Like,
Awesome.
because that really has kept me accountable on my water intake, my sleep, my cardio, like my water intake and all that fun stuff. Like a lot of the other things that I really love is the way the all the programs are functioning. Like it's all just very neatly done or and
Mhm.
all put together with all the videos and stuff like that too. That also helps because I struggle sometimes with like figuring out how to do it. Once again, luck to help explain things to me
Yeah.
because they have a wonderful way of explaining just about everything.
I love the habits tracker as well because I mean, you know this about me, Charlie. I'm a to-do
And
list guy through and through, whether
yeah,
it's crossing something off on my whiteboard or checking a task on my Google Calendar. I personally started implementing the habits within our app as well, and it's just helped so much to have that little reminder to check that box. Like even that little bit of reward, like I did that, can kind of build those habits, the timers for the sets and the reps, being able to track your progressive overload, insert notes into your app, send your coach form videos if looking at that form video isn't enough. And I think
Yeah.
having those options is like really, really awesome. So I'm glad that, again, you're utilizing that. That is such a huge part in terms of where you're at right now. Charlie is utilizing all of these resources
Mhm.
because that's one thing about fitness coaching is, we're going to be giving you all of these things and we're going to be holding your hand through the process. How I like to kind of paint the picture is we're going to build this road for you. What might take, what took me on my personal journey 5 years of going up, down, around all sorts of places, it's never going to be a straight line. And I
Mhm.
won't say it will be, but we're going to expedite that process for you. We're going to pave that path for you so you don't have to pave it whilst trying to walk down it, but you still have to walk, meaning you still
Yeah.
have to show up for yourself. You still have to do it. And you're a prime example of understanding that and implementing that. For anybody watching this that's maybe on the fence about joining the program or working with us, what would you tell them? Like, are there any final thoughts you have about the program or anyone who's kind of on the fence?
And honestly, like even though like in the initial consultation might seem a little scary, because I definitely know it was a little scary for me, it'll be 100% worth it, and it is probably like I said one of the best things I could have ever found for myself to be a part of this. And also, I'm not just saying this because I'm talking to you, the founder here, just so we're clear. But it's an amazing program, and I definitely would not sleep on it. It's worth the time and it's worth the effort to put into it.
Well, Charlie, I appreciate you so much for reaching out to me and taking this step to share your experience, share your story, share your wins, and so well spoken, so well articulated. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to show the world what Masculinity Made can do for people. And thank you so much for being a part of the channel. And if you have any final thoughts you'd like to tell the viewers, the floor is yours. If
This has got to be my favorite hat to wear at the gym.
Hell yeah, man. Me too. Mine's right there. Good
Heck
stuff.
yeah, man.
Good stuff. Well, thank you so much, Charlie, for tuning into the channel. Thank you, everybody, for watching, hearing what Charlie has to say. We definitely want to get more stories on the channel. So, everyone, show some love to Charlie in the comments. And if you don't, I will fucking come after you. Nobody talks down on my boy. Love you all so much. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so, so much for watching the interview. And Charlie, I cannot thank you enough for taking the time out of your day to come onto my channel and share your experiences. If any of you relate to Charlie's story, I am so, so glad that you found this video. And if you're looking to take your fitness journey a step further, are an action taker with no sense of direction, then click the first link in my description to learn more about how you could potentially change your life with our program, Masculinity Made. If not, videos every single week. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications because we are pumping them out this year and into 2026. Love you all so much. Shout out to Charlie. Everyone show some love to my guy in the comments. He's an absolute legend. And this was a huge thing for him that took him way out of his comfort zone. So Charlie, thank you. You watching this, thank you. And I love y'all. Peace.